Yo, welcome back, and how the f*** have you been? I'm so glad that you could be here with me today. Alright, okay. Let's get into it. So today we got another song by MacDonald called Withdrawals. This dude's work ethic is ridiculous, man. He never stops working. It's crazy. I just said that in the last video. And then the dude drops the video 7 days later. It's crazy, man. Knowing that he's the one who builds all the sets, they record it, they make all the beats, they do everything. Knowing that he does all that, the rate that he drops music videos at is crazy. Can't do nothing but respect it. Legitimately. Can't do anything but respect it. So this song is called Withdrawals, which is a much heavier topic than what he was just talking about last week in Don't Look Down, which was more of a flex track and like a motivational song. I'll say a flex song. It was more like a flex song, I guess. I mean, you can see the reaction to see what I think about it. This song is more, well, if you've ever dealt with addiction or you know anyone who's ever dealt with addiction, you know what withdrawals is. I'm super familiar with addiction. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with addiction ever since I was born. My mother, my family members, basically almost like every adult that I knew growing up. Almost every adult, not every adult, but a lot of them. I'll say like 70% of the adults that I knew growing up were drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? My mother was a drug addict, so she knew a lot of drug addicts growing up. And, you know, I just seen a lot of addiction throughout my life and then grew up to be an addict. Luckily, that's my past, but every day is work. You're in recovery every single day. Every day it is a full-fledged fight to continue to do well and not fall back into your old habits, you know what I'm saying, every single day. And I didn't think that I had it in me to ever get past it. But anyway, let me not talk your head off before the video even starts. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the links are in the description. Appreciate y'all, but it is not mandatory. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. MacDonald, Withdrawals. Let's go.
The doctor said to talk to him if I wanted to get off my meds, but I never called his office and poured the bottle in the garbage can. I'm stuck in this apartment and I'm anxious like the cops are here. I tried to call like all my friends, none of them are answering.
Yeah, so he just said the doctor told him to tell him if he wanted to get off his meds, but he never called the doctor and he poured him into the trash, which is exactly what I did. I was on Seroquel, Ativan, Neurontin, Paxil, and I didn't feel right. So the Paxil I took for a while, and it was making me feel like I wasn't feeling depressed, but I couldn't feel happy either. I was just always in the middle, which was a terrible feeling. Like, at first it was okay because I wasn't feeling depressed, but then I pretty much couldn't feel anything, and that was just not okay. So I talked to the doctor and he was like, okay, so we're gonna wean you off of that. But then he put me on Seroquel, Ativan, and Neurontin, and Seroquel was legit the devil, like one of the worst drugs I've ever taken in my entire life. I was on Ativan for panic attacks, but the Seroquel I used to have to take for my mood disorder also, and it gave me high blood pressure, they said. So I started taking Seroquel, and immediately when I started taking it, every night I would lay in my bed so tired and not be able to sleep and just sit there and just basically have a panic attack for hours and hours and hours. And I thought that that was normal. So I was like, maybe I'll get used to it. So on Seroquel, they build you up to your dosage. You have to start little and then they gradually get you to your actual dose. It was just getting worse and worse and worse as I built up my dose. And I did tell the doctor, and I was like, yo, this is the most terrible feeling I've ever had in my entire life whenever I take this medication. It makes me feel like I'm about to jump out of my skin. It causes drowsiness, like super drowsiness, and I'm so tired when I take it, but I cannot go to sleep. You know when you're on the edge of sleep and like you jump and like wake yourself up, like feel like you're having a heart attack? That shit would just happen over and over and over again all night long, and the doctor just told me to keep taking it and it'll eventually stop and I'll feel better. So I did that for like a month, and the Ativan wasn't helping. The Ativan was making shit worse because the half-life of the Ativan is so short that you'll have to take more in order for it to work really quickly. The doctor basically said, when he gave it to me, he said, so you're going to be addicted to it, but there's good addictions and there's bad addictions. So the word addiction isn't always scary, is what he said to me, and he was talking about the Ativan. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I got to the point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And I just stopped taking it, which was dangerous, which I did not know. But I obviously should have guessed that since I gradually went up on the Seroquel. And coming off of benzos, I guess you can die coming off of benzos. I had no idea. So I just stopped taking everything cold turkey and literally have like one of the worst months of my entire life. I stopped taking it and my body starts doing all this crazy shit. I'm having panic attacks. I'm having headaches. I'm having these weird electrical like zaps, it feels like, in my brain and my brain stem. And I'm telling the doctor about this. They're like, you shouldn't have stopped taking your medication. I don't recommend you cold turkey take off your medication. We could wean you off. And I was like, I cannot continue to take the Seroquel, bro. So I just stopped talking to the doctor, everything. Luckily, I didn't die. After that, my brain had to like recalibrate itself. So I was like in such a terrible, I don't know. It was just a terrible, terrible point in my life. And that was medication given to me by the doctor. This was before I was even doing the drugs that ruined my life. But that was a start, I think. I understand depression's a thing, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people need chemical intervention, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that. But my problems weren't that. But yeah, that was a terrible time in life, bro. Terrible time in life. Yeah, anyway. 16 seconds in. Let's keep going.
Is this the moment where I can't control it? Got no appetite, I guess the party's over. I can't sleep at night and I keep rolling over, cause my skin is itchy and the paranoia got me worried, sick, and it is so annoying. I've been throwing up, it looked like motor oil, but I chose to quit and now I can't avoid it. The right things to do are the hardest choices. Is this the moment when I need a donor? Liver failing from the liquor pouring, while the room is spinning, it ain't vodka soda. What is almost killing me is being sober. Talk about pitfalls, surrounded by brick walls. This is what kids call withdrawal. Deleted every number from my phone, I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. Never cared for therapists.
Hold up. I'm gonna beat it or I won't, or I'll overdose. That shit is like, I mean, those are your only two options. That's the craziest thing. Those are your only two options. And a lot of people do not make it out of addiction. I've lost count of the amount of friends that I've lost from overdosing. And the craziest thing is, like a couple years ago when I was at my worst because of my opiate addiction, I did overdose. And at that time, I was in such a messed up place mentally, man. I'll go into detail another time. There was more than just my drug addiction that was messing with me. So I just remember the day that I overdosed, I was already in a bad place. I was thinking about my mother and all this stuff, and I was going through it, man. And I was crying and I was bugging out, and I didn't know what to do. I could not control my emotions. I couldn't control my thoughts. I didn't know what to do. I felt like I needed drugs, so I got drugs, and I told Mo, I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. We went to her house. Her parents weren't home, so I went into the house. I went to the bathroom and basically did a big amount of drugs in the bathroom. And then I went to go walk out of the house, and I went to go walk down the stairs of the deck. And I guess that's when the overdose hit me, and I fell down the stairs and landed face first on the fence. So I was like standing up, half standing up, half leaning with my face laying against the fence like this. And I was dead, basically. I was overdosed. So it's like crazy to even think about. I don't even remember, but Mo found me. I don't know what made her be like, I'm gonna go check on him, go see what he's doing, because I hadn't even been in the bathroom for that long of a time. So it wasn't a weird amount of time that I was gone or anything. But she felt like something was up, and she went to go check, and she found me in the backyard. So she called the ambulance, and they got there, and they had to give me 3 Narcan shots to wake me up. And I woke up in the back of the ambulance, and they brought me to the hospital. And yeah, luckily, Mo saved my life. Basically, it was a terrible situation. That was the only time I ever OD'd. And after that experience, I was like, I have to get off of drugs. I have to get off of drugs. And it was maybe like 2 months after that when I finally was like, this has to stop, and started on the path to change my life. But yeah, let's keep going.
My friend, never cared for therapists. My arrogance embarrassing. It isn't fair to tear with this. Addiction placed my parents in.
I never cared for therapists either, but I think I'd benefit from it. But the position that I placed my parents in, my mother didn't have to see that, me overdose. But my father, who has never really been in my life, I was trying to patch up my relationship with him. But I woke up in the hospital and he was there, and he was disgusted and was pissed off at me, whatever. And basically that was like, I had just started patching up my relationship with him again. And now I don't talk to him again because of that situation. He basically like turned his back on me after that, and I still haven't talked to him. But that's whatever. But I did put him in a f***ed up position, I guess, you know? It's whatever. That's a whole different situation. He was never really around in the first place, so he was probably looking for a way out anyway, you know? But anyway, let's keep going.
I'm scared repair will never fix the voluntary negligence, the wear and tear my errors did. They almost had to bury me.
Yep.
Is this the moment where I screw up and relapse? Waste all my money on rehab. Can't take a pill from the doctor to relax. Lash out in anger whenever I react. Feel like a weak man, I don't wanna be that. Living every day to get a buzz on the weekend. I'm in the deep end, fighting with demons. Trying to stay clean, I just really need a reason. My bones are shaking.
Yo, he said, is this where I relapse? I have to pay a bunch of money for rehab. Can't take a pill from the doctor to relax. And that right there is so relatable. Like he said in the other song, he won't even take an Advil. I won't take an Advil either. And after all the addiction and all that I went through, like, I can't touch an Advil. I don't want no Advil. I don't want nothing. I don't want any kind of medication at all. I don't go there. I can't risk it. I don't even feel like I'm on the edge, like something could push me to relapse, but I'm not willing to risk it. That's the thing. I don't know what would push me to relapse. I don't think there is anything, but I'm not willing to risk it. I'm not willing to depend on a pill for anything. Like, oh, I have a headache, I'll deal with it. I'm having a panic attack, I'll deal with it. I'm not taking no Xanax, I'm not taking no Ativan. I'm good. It's not a game. My opiate addiction started with a broken ankle. A broken ankle led to sciatica, which led to me taking Vicodin, which led to me loving Vicodin because I wasn't feeling my sciatica anymore, which led me to being addicted, which led me to growing my addiction to more and worse and worse and worse. You know, I can't count on a pill for relief. I'm good. I don't even want to take a Benadryl. Back in the day, I would take a Benadryl to go to sleep. I'm good. I'll pass. Not willing to risk it, even though it might sound crazy that a Tylenol or a Benadryl could lead me to relapsing, but that whole idea of using a pill for relief from something is what led me down that path, and I'm not willing to risk it because I almost didn't make it out of that. Like I was just saying, if Mo wouldn't have found me, there would be no me right now. Luckily, my soulmate is legitimately my soulmate because God sent her a message and said, go check on Flawd. Literally, like I'm getting emotional from it right now, but I wouldn't be here right now. Okay, let's keep going.
Aching in my hands and feet, I see my rib cage, but I can't eat. I still wake up panicking, so I can't sleep. I just sit in the bathtub and try to breathe. Talk about pitfalls, surrounded by brick walls. This is what kids call withdrawal. Deleted every number from my phone, I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. I've never felt this bad before. I don't know if I'll make it. Don't have the strength to get off the floor right now, but I'm hoping and praying. My whole life I wanted more.
Facts.
This might be the end, but now I've had too much fun. It's over now. I loved what I hated. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends. Deleted every number from my phone. I'm staying home. Really wish that I was drunk with all my friends. I'm gonna beat it or I won't and overdose. Really wish that I was high with all my friends.
It's wild. Almost got me, Tom. You almost got me, bro. I almost started the waterworks, bro. So yeah, him saying he deleted all his numbers from his phone, he's staying home, that's legitimately what you have to do. In order for me to get over my addiction, and this was just a part of it, there was so much more that went into it. I had to learn discipline immediately. The first thing I had to do was not tell anyone what I was doing and then disappear. I got a new number. I didn't even have a phone because I couldn't even afford a phone because I was on drugs. But my text now number, which every addict uses, and Facebook Messenger and shit. But I had to stop talking to people. I didn't even go on Facebook for a while because the devil throws temptation at you like nonstop. And I had to take it upon myself to dead that. Some people are willing to put themselves in the position to possibly fail, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not willing to play that game with drug addiction because that's not worth it. I am in such a great place right now. This is a blessing that came out of it. You know what I'm saying? This is like something I've been chasing my entire life, to have a platform and be able to speak to people and be able to try to help people and express myself on a large scale. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I've been trying to accomplish for over a decade and a half. I had to go through all of that in order for me to be in this position right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I actually have a purpose now, if that makes sense. Having went through all of that and maybe be an inspiration to people when people see what I came from to what I'm gonna be or where I'm at right now, it's already an entire spin. You know what I'm saying? I'm already doing better than I ever thought I would, you know? I thought my chance of doing anything on a large scale was dead once I started doing drugs. My whole entire life and all my dreams went down the toilet, basically. Then coming out of it, I definitely didn't think that there was a chance that anything was gonna come from it. I definitely didn't think I was going to be able to turn it around and turn it into this. This is a blessing from God, and I know this is all supposed to happen, bro. I just know it is. But yeah, Tom, you almost got me, bro. You almost had me crying on this video, bro. I appreciate you, man. You're really doing a service, bro. Just by being yourself, releasing music. People can say whatever they want about you, but it's a fact that you're actually helping people. You know what I'm saying? People could talk all this shit they want, but they cannot tell me that you're not out here trying to help people, because you absolutely are. You know what I'm saying? Rappers talk shit because they can't get to where you're at, but how many of them are doing songs like this? How many of them are even speaking on real social issues? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that need to be spoken about. There's very little representation in the industry for the recovering addict. There's hundreds of rappers who are promoting addiction as if it's a good thing, but how many artists are there that are speaking against addiction, that are speaking from the point of view of a recovering addict? Eminem is the biggest one, but like, he's so big that it's kind of like, even though he did beat addiction and all this, and he's a recovering addict and shit, it's like, I don't relate to him. He's been famous and rich for so long, you know what I'm saying? Which, he's still a human being, but it's just, I don't know. MacDonald is in a position where if he was signed, or if he was really being controlled by a label, making this kind of music, they wouldn't even push this kind of song if he put it out. They would be like, you like it, that's cool, we're not promoting this, I'll tell you that. So, cool song, bro, but it's not coming out. Put it on your album or something, because we're not putting it out. But since he runs his own show, he can put a song like this out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how well it's gonna do, but I don't know. I just feel like he has a purpose, bro, and you can't stop it. Amazing song. I'm not even gonna give this a number out of 5, whatever. This is just a great song, and I appreciate you for speaking on this, bro. I really, really do. So, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you be notified whenever I drop. Like I said, I know that I've been slacking and shit, but trust and believe, I'm really about to get back on it, I promise you. I keep saying that, but no. It's really happening this time. And everything is getting lined up to get back on that chugga. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, anyway, keep your eyes open. Do not let the negativity have an effect on you. Just keep on shining. I love y'all. Peace out, Flawd Squad.